Okay, you should have homework for 7-2 finished, page 547. Go ahead and turn there. We will get that corrected. A few of those problems will get corrected here anyway. So go ahead and pause the video and we'll get those corrected. Okay, if you have any questions on any of those, make sure to email me. Open up to 555, section 3, triangles. Okay. She's practicing, and there is a ski ramp. Draw an X through the type of angle that is not shown. Go ahead and do that. We see on the bottom left there's a right angle. Above it is an acute angle. X is also an acute angle, so you should have an X drawn through obtuse. There's no obtuse angle there. No, we can't measure angles, but you need to know this. All triangles, their interior degrees on the inside of the triangle, they should add up to 180, all triangles. So we have 90 and we have 80, so we have 170. That means X is 10. So angle X is 10 degrees. Okay, go ahead and do 3 and 4. You can pause. Okay, page 556. Pause the video. You need to know what all of those words are, all of that yellow highlight. Acute, right, obtuse, scalene, isosceles, and equilateral. Okay, one way that I can remember scalene is there's no congruent sides. Nothing's the same. Everything's different. Isosceles, the way I always remember isosceles, you have two eyes, isosceles. So isosceles triangle, you have two sides the same length, which means there's two angles the same measure. Equilateral, all three sides are equal length, all three angles are equal degrees, which means in an equilateral triangle, all three angles are 60, 60, 60, 60. Okay? Number 1, draw a triangle with one obtuse angle and no congruent sides. So they started it with an angle there, an obtuse angle. Made sure that the two lengths of the sides are different lengths. Connected the ends, and now you have an obtuse triangle. All three sides are different length. That's also a scalene triangle. Go ahead and do letter A. Pause the video. A triangle with one right angle and two congruent sides. So hopefully this works. I want to get my pen tool here. And something like this. Hopefully those are about the same. So there's your right angle, two congruent sides. So hopefully those two that I drew are about the same measure. And that's a terrible drawing, but there it is. Okay. Number 2, classify this triangle. That's the roof of the house. Okay, they put those little slashes there, if you see on the top. That means those two are the same length. Okay, in that angle on the top of the house, that peak of the house, that is an obtuse angle. So it is obtuse, isosceles. Pause and write down the answer for letter B. Classify that. It is a right triangle and none of the sides are the same length. So that is a scalene, right scalene. Okay. And then angles of the triangle, I already explained that. That means all three angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees. Okay, the way you read number 3, it says find the measure, that's the M, measure of angle Z. Find the measure of angle Z. So if we have 119 and we have 43, add them together and you get 162. Subtract that from 180. That means the measure of angle Z is 18 degrees. Letter C here, got it. Letter C. In triangle ABC, if the measure of angle A is 25 degrees and the measure of angle B is 108, what is the measure of angle C? Go ahead and pause the video. Figure that out. Okay, 25 plus 108 equals 133. So 180 minus 133 is 47. So the measure of angle C is 47. Number 4, the Alabama state flag is shown. What is the measure? What is the missing measure? So we have 110 and 35. So we have 145 degrees so far in that triangle. That means the missing measure is 35 degrees. Go ahead and pause, do 1, 2, and 3. Okay, number 1, draw a triangle with 3 acute angles and 2 congruent sides. So I will try to draw a long one like this. And hopefully I can get those sides to be fairly equal. And then connect, making your triangle. So what I have pictured is this side and this side being equal, making the isosceles triangle, 2 congruent sides. So it is an acute isosceles. Number 2, if we have 37 and 55, so far we have 37 and 55. We have 92 degrees. If we have 180 degrees in every triangle, we already have 92. Subtract that. You have 88 degrees left for measure of angle T. Number 3, what is the missing measure? 60 degrees. So that's an equilateral, acute equilateral, 60, 60, 60. So for homework, 559 and 560, and there is lesson 3.